Hey guys, Sarah with Ray Raptor here. I wanted to take a few minutes to talk to you about giving and receiving feedback. Definitely interesting topics, and neither one of them are easy to do. So let's focus on them one at a time. So first, let's talk about receiving feedback. Now, I'll be the first to tell you, especially as a writer, receiving feedback on my creative work and what I've poured my heart and soul into can be gut-wrenching. It can rip my heart out, and I can absolutely want to hide. I can think, oh my gosh, they didn't get it all what I was trying to communicate, or oh my gosh, I'm a terrible writer. So what you have to do is learn how to move past those feelings, right? Learn how to really hear what that person is saying to you. Now, I'm going to be honest, there's always going to be your haters. There's always going to be the people that want to give feedback just to give feedback. And there's always going to be those people who are going to always look for something to give you feedback on. Doesn't always mean that you have to take that into account and make adjustments. But here's how I approach it. No matter how difficult it is to hear every piece of feedback, I try really hard to step back, to remove my feelings, and to really look at what that person is trying to say to me. I also try really hard to see where that person's coming from. So maybe their feedback was my lighting wasn't great in this video, which it's not because my light burned out today, but I decided that there was not a reason to have one more excuse to put off doing videos. I've been really busy getting my kiddo registered and back to school for her senior year, and I thought I don't need one more excuse. So if somebody says, hey Sarah, your video was kind of dark, I think you need to work on your lighting, I'm gonna be like, you are 100% correct, that is true. But I'm also gonna look at where that person is coming from, because more than likely that person is giving me criticism, or not criticism, constructive feedback, because they want me to be successful, because they want me to do more, because they want other people to see what they see in me. So I try really hard to hear those emotions coming through the feedback and to really see what it is that they're trying to say so that I can make improvements and grow. Because here's my thing. I think we can always improve. I don't think we ever know everything, and I don't think we ever get anything right 100% of the time. And so I think it's really important that we understand that and look at every piece of feedback or constructive criticism in a light of what can I learn from this? What can I take back from it? There have been times that all I've been able to take away from it is, you know what? If I get a piece of hate mail about an article I wrote, it means I'm a real author. So go me. I communicated what I wanted to communicate, and it's okay that I upset somebody over that because my intent was not to upset them. So you really need to look at those emotions behind it and understand what that person is trying to say. And I'm going to tell you, the closer that person is to you, the harder it can be to really remove your feelings and look at where they're coming from and how they're trying to give you that feedback. And there's some people that I don't know why, but anytime they give you feedback, no matter how great that feedback is, it's going to just stab you in the heart and leave you going, oh my gosh, I'm a failure, I don't even want to hear it. So if you can kind of identify who those people are, and when they give you feedback, remind yourself how hard it is for you to take feedback from them, then sometimes you can start to plow through that cloud to really hear what it is that they're trying to say to you. So I think the best piece of advice is to look at where they're coming from, to keep an open mind, and to understand that people are going to say things. And if you put yourself out there, you've got to be tough enough to take it. But you can definitely learn something from every interaction, whether it be what not to say, how not to give feedback to other people, or even just how to accept feedback, right? There's always a lesson to be learned. Now, with giving feedback, I try really hard to be super careful on this. A lot of times when I'm talking to people, I try really hard to listen to what I'm saying, and I've noticed how many times I can use the word but. And I've had a person say to me years ago that I would be saying something positive and then say but, and it would feel like I was about to give them a letdown. And so I've become very aware of how I use that conjunction to join two short sentences, and I try really hard not to do that. To really hard not to use but when I'm speaking to give compliment. I also try really hard not to do the compliment sandwich, because you know what, people are going to figure that out, and I think it can be kind of fake, and it can also really lessen the value of the good feedback that you give. I try really hard to be direct, to be very straightforward, to be very clear in what I'm saying, and to even remove some of the emotion. That way it's easier to hear what I'm trying to say. So I would say to me with this video, hey Sarah, your sound is a little off, your lighting was down, and your timing was probably a little bit off. So you're going to want to work on those things, because I want people to see how amazing you are, and I want people to understand how great the information is that you have to share. But we all know I'm not giving myself any more excuses on why not to do a video this week, even though my light's out. But that's how I would give it. So I want you to really think about how you would receive the criticism that somebody was giving to you, or what you were saying to them. And I want you to really focus on removing those emotions, really focus on not being envious or jealous, on just being factual and giving feedback that can really build a person up and take them to that next level. Now, sometimes you do have to say things that could be a little hurtful, like maybe slow down, or maybe that topic that you presented on wasn't the best topic for you to present on. Maybe you need to learn a little bit more about it, but try to find a way to just be very direct so that you're always bettering the person with your feedback. And remember, you can't help what someone hears, so do the best job you can communicating it, and be aware that what they hear might not be what you said. So be ready for a little bit of fallout, and then be ready to circle back and make sure that everything is good with you and that person. So with that, I hope that you have a great day, and we will talk to you soon.